Since 2002, God has used Fellowship Church to see 498 people confess Jesus Christ as Lord. He has allowed us to touch many lives and has blessed us with more than we could ever ask or imagine. In 2003, 65 people who made up Fellowship Church made a commitment to a campaign called For the Future and began to give so that we could have buildings for the future. Their gifts and their faithfulness is now our campus at Prairieville. God has continued to bless our faithfulness and the things that we have done. In 2014, we kicked off a new initiative called the Beyond Initiative to begin to prepare for the facilities that we need in the future. Many things have changed as God has led us in obedience to Him through the years. Just last month, as we celebrated our 15-year celebration, Fellowship Church had over 1,150 people worship on one Sunday. Prairieville had over 1,000 people for that Sunday. And just last week, Airline had their highest attendance with 188 people for one Sunday. We are so excited to have the kind of problem that we have, that we need more facilities to help us house all the people that God is bringing our way. With our new plan in place, we will have worship center space for over 2,000 people each Sunday. We know that God has called us to bring people to Jesus and Jesus to people, and we need a place for them to worship. I hope that you will pray about how God wants you to be a part of preparing for this.
The road beyond has been interesting for Fellowship on Airline. 2014 and 2015 were filled with many twists and turns as we first sought to secure a semi-permanent location for short-term use and then purchase land for long-term use. And after not one but two deals that fell through for various financial and logistical reasons, we were honestly left uncertain about our future. But it was those disappointments that led us into the location that we now have as we were introduced to the leadership of what was then Emmanuel Baptist Church. This small group of Christ followers, they made a choice, a very intentional choice, to honor the Lord with their remaining resources and gift their land and facilities to Fellowship Church for our use moving forward. And not only did they gift us this property and these facilities, but also many of their members, the majority of their members, joined with us and are now a beautiful part of what God is doing through this faith family. We're very grateful for the blessing that God has given us here, and we have stewarded it well in our year plus that we've been here. But at the same time, it is limited in some ways. The worship center will seat 65 people comfortably, and our Depot Kids building is maxed out on a regular basis. So while we're very grateful and will continue to be grateful for what God has given us here, we also want to be found faithful with what's next. We want to think beyond here and now. Our new worship center will seat 254 people, and we're excited that we'll have ample children's space for our many kids, along with a designated area for children's worship. And it's these kind of practical upgrades that are going to really enable us to look alive as a church on mission.
The new facility at Prairieville will seat 700 people, and we're going to have ample children's ministry space. We're going to be able to upgrade and update our student ministry and Ignite space where they can worship both on Wednesdays and on Sundays. Our goal in 2017 is to be prepared to build. We need to raise $143,611.25 to begin construction. You will see those numbers updated monthly at our new Beyond kiosks in our connection centers. We will also update the drawings of both the Prairieville and the Airline location as we work on them, and the Beyond folders that we will keep at those kiosks. We are tracking our financial progress using chairs. Each chair represents $723. In January alone, you gave enough money for us to fill 41 of these chairs in our Beyond initiative. Thank you. I hope you will pray about how you can be a part of preparing a place for someone who is not yet here. Someone here is ready to be a bringer, and they need a place for the people that they are going to bring to come and to worship with us. Once we raise what is needed to begin construction, we as a church need to continue to be faithful in paying off the full price of the building. The buildings together cost $2,300,000. I know that God has so much more in store for Fellowship Church than we could ever ask or imagine. I hope that you are praying about how you can be a part of what God is doing as we go beyond together.